Absolutely. Here's your guide to the Environment Protection Act, 1986, specifically tailored for LLB students. Definition of environment. Section 2A of the Environment Protection Act, 1986 defines environment to include water, air, and land, physical components of the environment. Interrelationship, connection between water, air, land, humans, other living beings, plants, microorganisms, and property. This holistic definition recognizes the environment as an interconnected system. Salient features of the Act. Umbrella legislation serves as an overarching framework for addressing a wide array of environmental problems. Central government powers empowers the central government to take all necessary measures it deems fit for environmental protection, including setting ambient environmental quality standards, restricting the location of industries, laying down procedures and safeguards for handling hazardous substances, carrying out investigations, research, inspections, and collection, dissemination of information, prevention, control, and abatement of pollution, establishes rules and standards targeting air, water, soil, and noise pollution. Protection of critical areas. The Act allows for the designation of environmentally sensitive areas and the imposition of restrictions for the sake of safeguarding these sites. Authorities, composition, powers, and functions. The Act doesn't create a new body but empowers the existing central government to act as the primary authority. Key provisions regarding powers and functions. Coordination. Section 3 vests the central government with the power to coordinate the actions of various authorities and state governments under other environmental legislation. Delegation of authority. Specific functions regarding planning, execution of nationwide programs, setting standards, and rules can be delegated, Section 23, to appropriate officers, state governments, or recognized bodies. Rules for implementation. Section 25 empowers the central government to form comprehensive rules to carry out the provisions of the Act, addressing everything from standards to laboratory procedures. Mechanism to control environmental pollution. The Environment Protection Act, 1986 employs several mechanisms. Standards and restrictions. Section 7 prohibits discharge of environmental pollutants above prescribed standards and introduces restrictions on specific industrial activities. Inspections and sampling. Provides powers of entry, inspection of any location or equipment, and the right to collect samples for examination, Section 10. Environmental laboratories. Enables establishment and recognition of environmental laboratories, Section 11, for testing and analysis. Directions, closure, seizure. Provides the central government authority to issue directions, Section 5, to individuals, officers, or any authority. This includes stopping operations, seizing equipment in event of serious violations. Sanctions, penalties. Non-compliance attracts consequences under Section 15. Imprisonment, up to 5 years imprisonment or fine, up to 100,000 Indian rupees, 1 lakh rupees, or both. In case of severe or continued infractions, there's an additional potential daily fine of 5,000 Indian rupees for subsequent non-compliance. Note for LLB students. Interrelation with other acts. While powerful, it isn't standalone. Understand its place within the wider web of environmental regulations like the Water Act, Air Act, and Wildlife Protection Act. Constitutional basis. Be familiar with the constitutional articles underpinning this Act, Art. 48A and 51A, G. Importance of case law. Study landmark cases relating to this Act, and how jurisprudence continues to shape its applications in real-world environmental matters. Let me know if you'd like to examine a specific section, explore some relevant case law, or discuss how this Act intersects with other Indian legislation.